everyone. Welcome either to my channel or back to my channel. I'm here to talk about my May favorites because holy cow, we are halfway, well, almost halfway through the year. There have been so many days where I felt like this year would never, ever move forward, even a day. And then I look back and I'm like, where has this year gone? Looking forward to June though, because I'm moving into the house. Big things are happening. I have had a lot of questions about whether or not I'm going to be doing an empty house tour, and I most definitely am. They are installing the cabinets today. Countertops and floors need to be done, but then I will do a house tour for sure. So stay tuned for that. But I'm going to be talking about my favorite products this past May. So let's go ahead and jump in. I truly don't have a ton. I am going to start out with something that I told y'all that I would update you on. I used it in a, I believe, trying new makeup video, and it's the Marini Skin Research. Why did I not take this nail polish off? I have a squirrel moment like that every video, and this is it. Please do not pay attention to my nails. Marini Mattify Skin Balancing Perfector Face Serum. Now, it's called a serum, but in the instructions it says to use it as the step before makeup. It is very liquidy. It doesn't sound liquidy, but when you pump it out, I mean, it's like a face serum. So I tried this in that playing with new makeup video, and halfway through the video, I felt like it really helped to mattify, but then throughout the day, I felt like nothing was really different with my skin. It almost gave even more of like a luminous finish. I did wear it by itself one day, and I do feel like it helped kind of just even everything out and smooth things out, but I need to use this a little bit more with different foundations and get back to you on it. I'm sure I will use it in another video soon. I mean, it does feel very perfecting. It almost feels tightening, like on my hand, and smoothing. So I'm still going to try it out. I don't think it's a bad product. I've just got to figure out how it works best. But I wanted to talk about that first because I did tell you that I would update you in my favorites. I have one skincare product. The rest is makeup. And then I have one kind of random to talk about at the end. This is an aluminum tin. Isn't that great? No. This is Dr. Dennis Gross. It comes in this. I bought this as my last kind of, I wouldn't say impulse purchase, but my last purchase from the Sephora sale. And it is the Alpha Beta Ultra Gentle Daily Peel Pad. So I used to use his extra strength daily peel pads way back when, all the time. Like I would use them 2 to 3 times a week. I absolutely love them. They are meant to be used daily, but they were just amazing. Now the Ultra Strength has glycolic acid in it. And as you've probably heard me talk about in some of my other videos, I have kind of put acids to the side for a little bit. I was letting my barrier heal because I was just over exfoliating my skin, and it started to let me know in the form of small bumps everywhere. My esthetician was like, girl, you gotta lay off because I've never seen your skin like this. And it has healed. It is back to the way I want it to be. And so I was very hesitant about bringing an acid back in. Now, did I need to bring an acid back in? No, I didn't. But I wanted to once a week, just to kind of try it out, see if my skin could handle it. And I chose the Ultra Gentle Daily Peels for 2 reasons. Because it doesn't have glycolic. I believe it's just lactic. Let me look. No, it's also got mandelic acid, which is anti-irritation and anti-redness properties. Colloidal oatmeal, which my skin likes. I've used that a lot in other products, and I've always had good results with that as far as like calming and soothing. And then lactic acid. It's got witch hazel, willow bark extract, lots of extracts. And because the second part of this is almost like a water pad, so it kind of dilutes everything after 2 minutes and ensures that nothing is too strong. So those are the 2 main reasons I tried this. And I have really been enjoying this. It has not had a harsh effect on my skin at all. It helps to smooth. My pores look good with it. I like it. So if you are somebody who cannot handle acids, but want to try to put one into their routine, I would suggest looking into this. I did get this through the sale because it is a little expensive. I do not use them daily. I use them once, maybe twice a week. So it's going to last me a very long time because I think there were 35 pads in there. So, I mean, that'll last me at the very minimum 4 months. So, wanted to talk about that. Now let's talk about some makeup. I only have 4 makeup things to talk about. 2 of them are foundations, one of which is one that you would probably guess because my last video was a whole review on this, and it's the Alima Pure Satin Matte Foundation. So this is a loose mineral foundation. I have never been able to get a loose mineral foundation to look good on me in the area of coverage, the area of finish. Like somebody had asked me why I didn't like the Bare Minerals loose, and it would have to be because I could not get the coverage that I wanted out of it, even though I know that like a loose mineral foundation is not something you use when you want super full coverage. But I felt like I couldn't get any coverage out of it, and I felt like the more that I tried to use to obtain that coverage looked cakier on my skin. This does not do any of that. I get the exact coverage I want, which is light, but it evens out my redness, smooths out my skin. It's absolutely gorgeous. It looks better throughout the day. If you want to see how this works on my skin and how I use it, definitely check out that video if you haven't already. But I have been loving this. In fact, between this and the next one I'm going to talk about, I don't think there's been but maybe 2 days that I have worn anything else the entire month of May. So that is the Alima Pure Satin Matte Foundation. And this is the Beautycounter Skin Twin Featherweight Foundation. I have this foundation on today. I used this in my last playing with new makeup video. I cannot stop using this. I flipping love this foundation. It will be in my next top 5. Like, that's how much I love it. If I was not wearing the Alima Pure, I was wearing this. It's so good. It's just so good. I definitely go back and check out that video, but it's the perfect amount of coverage for me. It's like a solid medium coverage, but you can build it to be a tad more. I don't think you're going to get a super full coverage, but you can get a little bit above a medium coverage. The shade range is much better. This is replacing the tint skin, and they really, really did well on the shades. I'm in the shade medium 340, and there's nothing I don't like about it. I love the way it feels. I love the way it wears. It works great with every powder and every primer I have used with it. Cannot speak enough about this, so I would be absolutely remiss if I didn't talk about this because, again, those are basically the 2 foundations that I have been rotating through this month. Another product that I have been wearing at least, I mean, if you probably go back on my videos, I think I've been wearing this for at least the past 2 weeks, every single day. Like, I don't even put it back in its drawer. I just leave it out. And it's the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Bronzer in Bronze 03. This has made it into my top 5 bronzers at least the last time, if not the time before. And there's a reason. This is the perfect bronzer, in my opinion. You cannot overdo it. It never looks bad or orange or anything like that on the skin. It just looks like skin, but perfected, which is what I need in a bronzer because I am super heavy-handed with my powder products, like my bronzer, highlight, and blush. I always have been, probably always will be. So when I find a product like this, it's perfect for me because I know no matter how many times I dip that brush in and go to town on my face, it is never going to look Oompa Loompa or crazy or bad. I have it on today. It just looks so good. It's a baked product, so it's typically domed, but you can see that it's not domed anymore. That's how much I use this product. It does last forever though, and I'm eager to see how long it takes for me to hit pan, but you better believe once I do, I will be repurchasing this because this is just perfect. It's perfection for me in a bronzer. So I wanted to talk about that. And then the last product I'm going to talk about is a lip gloss. I have this lip gloss on over a lip liner and lipstick today, but I have been reaching for this so much. I talked about the 3 lip products that I got from Wayne Goss. I bought a lipstick and 2 lip glosses. This is by far my favorite. I love all of them, but this is the one I reach for the most, and it is in the color Tulip. And I believe, is this the one I used? Yeah, I used this one in that Playing With New Makeup video too. I have Hyacinth as well, but this is just my kind of lip gloss color. It's perfectly milky nude. It goes over any lipstick. For me, I like it by itself because I like super pale lips, which y'all all know. But for something to be able to also work over any lipstick or lip liner that I choose to pair it with, it just makes it a winner in my book. So I love it. I love the consistency. Someone said they didn't feel like they lasted that long. I don't really have an issue with that. I don't expect a lip gloss to last a super long time, but I don't feel like this wears off any quicker than any of my other lip glosses. And it's so easy to like just keep around and apply without a mirror. It doesn't really bother me to have to reapply it, but I absolutely love this color and formula, and I've been reaching for it very, very, very often this month. That is all of the beauty products I'm going to talk about. One thing that I meant to mention last month and I completely forgot was an Instagram account/blog that I have been following for probably the past 6 to 8 weeks and absolutely love. And it's food inspired, so if you're not like a cook or anything, you're probably not going to like this or care about it. But if you like to cook, if you like having ideas, if you have an Instapot and you want to know what to use in it, that's how I found this. I got an Instapot for Christmas and I, really was eager to try it, but honestly, it intimidated the snot out of me, which makes no sense because I am a cook. I love to cook. I grew up in a house where both of my parents were in the kitchen every single night, and it was nothing for us to have a clam and wine linguine on a Wednesday night. Like, they like to cook gourmet. So it's kind of in me, and I love to do it, but I don't know why that Instapot, there were so many buttons, and I was like, I'm just gonna mess something up. It just intimidated me for some reason, so it stayed in the box for like 4 months. And finally, I think my dad's the one who got it for me. He was like, have you used that Instapot? And I'm like, oh no, but I really need to, so that the next time you ask me, I can say, yes, I'm actually using your Christmas present. So I started looking into recipes and I found the blog Girl on Bloor. So it's basically floor spelled with a B. And I'll link everything down below. But I found she has a whole section of like crock pot recipes, a whole section of Instapot, a whole section of regular. I mean, she's got a lot of subsections of recipes, but I went straight to the Instapot and I made some amazing meals like chicken lo mein, chicken pad thai, beef and broccoli. I mean, I was on like an Asian kick for a while, if you can't tell. So good. So good. So I have been using that Instapot like no other since I have found her page. She's got really inspirational ideas. They're not hard. They're easy. I mean, some of the stuff you won't have all the ingredients, but I mean, it's nothing that's hard to obtain. And her overnight oats, like I got like an email, I guess, that she posted to the blog about her overnight oats recipe, and I have been eating them every morning all month long. I've been adding protein powder to them because I'm all about protein, but oh my goodness, they are so good and so filling. So I just highly recommend that you check that blog out if you're interested in recipes. That is it for my favorites this month. As always, I want to know what your favorites were in the month of May, and I hope that your summer is starting to look a little bit up on a more positive note. We're all staying safe and healthy and sane, and most of all, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.